pitch side now with Wekar Younis and Shane Warne, and we're at the Paddington end, which is the drier end of the two, and we'll notice that in a second. But there is some scratching here, Warnie. I can see straight up. I can see your eyes lighting up.
Yeah, look, this pitch, as we talked about, is really, really dry as before the start of play, and we can see some of these foot marks, and this Paddington end that we've been showing you for yesterday and today really is dry and will suit these spinners.
There was a delivery yesterday that we'll show now, and it was to Hanscom. Yasir Shah getting one to really turn. It was a miss-stumping, another opportunity gone by the Pakistanis, but where it pitched is an area that will keep growing in dust and it'll just keep getting barer. But that was a delivery that needed sort of pointing out just in what's on offer at this end in particular of the pitch.
Look, it's a huge opportunity missed by Pakistan, because at the time, if they would have picked that wicket, things would have been a little bit different. But yeah, it has started spinning. We've been talking about the dryness of the pitch on the first day. Second day, of course, all these foot marks going to come into play also. Normally it's the third evening or the fourth day when you start talking about Sydney that it's going to start spinning. But yeah, it's so dry that I have a feeling that it will trouble the batters against spinners.
Well, this overlay here is the ball on pitch scan, so you can see that it's on the cusp there of a little bit of a lighter area, which has got a bit more life to it, and then one of the deader areas of the pitch. So that's maybe why it's done something a little bit more.
Yeah, it has, and you see the length of that delivery there. It's around probably 3 metres, just nearly towards three and a bit metres. And if we show you on the pitch here where that actual spot is, if you come down here, the pieces that we've just been talking about, and Wekar was talking about these drier, this is really dry, and the foot marks are starting to come in it. But if you just look at this edge here, where the left armers, Muhammad Amir and Wahab Riaz have been bowling, this patch here is really starting to break up. There's some big foot marks there. And that ball that we just showed you on the pitch scan with Yasir Shah, the miss-stumping, is right around this area. And we're going to see as the game goes on, this really starting to turn and really starting to rag. O'Keefe, Lyon, they're going to come into play, especially with this big score on the board too they're looking to post. So some good signs for the spinners here.
Yeah, especially for an off spinner coming that end. It is going to cause Pakistan trouble. Pakistan do need to get wickets early on. If they don't get wickets early on, this game is going to go away from them. Still a new ball. I feel there might be a little bit in it, and the two new batters, I mean, the new for a day, not new at the crease. But yeah, if you pick one wicket, things might change a little bit.
Well,
for
what's
Pakistan.
Interesting about it is one end is drier than the other, and we'll compare yesterday to today. So day one down the bottom, day two is above that, and there's more darkening at the Paddington end, but so different from one end to the other.
It is, and then, we've said already yesterday, day one of the test match was the driest of any pitches this summer. And as Tommy Parker said yesterday, he didn't give it any water the couple of days leading up to it because it was a bit iffy weather. So, look, it looks a really good pitch. There's some grass down that end for the quicks. There's a good contest between bat and ball. We know the Sydney Cricket Ground's going to turn. We've got this end, the Paddington's going to turn. We've got that end with some grass on it. So it's a very good cricket pitch to me. Should be a good contest between bat and ball.
Is it going to be slow? That's the question, because in the past, Sydney has gone through again with the paces, but this time around it's not really carrying. For the spinner, it's going to be a little slow, you think?
Well, I think it could be okay. I think the wicket's hard enough for it to be okay. I think at times when we saw Wahab Riaz bend his back yesterday, I thought the ball really got through nicely. So I think that Hazelwood and Stark and those guys might get something out of it. And I think it'll spin pretty quickly.
All right, we'll see, won't we?